The safety, the safety has not been tested in infants.
Ma'am, I understand that you are a nurse or whatever it is that you said that you are. What makes you assume that I did not have anybody guide me? And also, unfortunately, the healthcare system was not doing my baby any justice. Every time that I took her to the doctor, they were poking and prodding her, putting her under scans, and couldn't find anything and did not find anything to help her. It was getting worse. And I thoroughly did my research. I actually did my research for about 3 months before I decided to fully stop her on Keppra and cleanse her entire body from the inside before I decided to come and find a new regimen. Mucuna powder, the mushroom, and Gatu Cola have been doing her far more better than anything else has, and she hasn't had any problems, and she goes to the doctor regularly. So thank you for your concern, but I did not ask. You went and looked up what you could find on Google. We live in America. They're not going to put all of the information about majority of these herbs on Google. Half of the stuff that we have is something man-made. A lot of the stuff that they're trying to give to us is something man-made so they can make money. They're not going to let us or tell us what we can do naturally because it's going to take away from Big Pharma, and you know that because you work for them. No, there's not going to be tested and approved, because why would they test and approve a herb to do something when they can make something and make money off of it? If we have access to things that are free to us and we can heal ourselves, they're going to be broke. So no, it's not tested. It's not approved by the FDA. It's not approved by anybody because they're not looking into doing that. You know how many things just like, oh, you can't cure cancer, you have to get chemo. You know how many people have cured themselves with herbs and soursop and plenty of other herbs? There's literally walking testimonies and proof. But you're looking on Google because that's the most convenient way to find information. If you actually dig and you do real research and you actually talk to people that have this condition, that have tried these things, they will tell you themselves that the natural route is better than putting my baby on multiple medications. You're worried about the dosage, but as I stated, I do not give it to her every single day. If I was to give it to her every single day, then yes, it would trigger something and it would not go correctly. But I do not give it to her every single day. And actually, in the beginning, I started off giving it to her for 5 days, 2 days off. And now I don't give it to her 5 days a week. I actually give it to her about 3 times a week, along with the Gatu Cola and the mushroom wicks every day. How the hell is a mushroom? It's not like she's eating a shroom that causes hallucination, nor is she taking extreme high dosages of it, because I didn't say she took 1 teaspoon of the mushroom powder, only the mucuna powder. And now that's only 3 times a week. The mushroom powder is not a full teaspoon. That's just to keep her afloat with the Gatu Cola. And you probably don't even know what Gatu Cola is, which is also good for ADHD, because I use that for my son as well. So I'm not just putting my baby's life in danger and at risk. I'm doing what's best for her because the American healthcare system will fail us all if we put our trust in y'all. Sorry, not sorry. I have lost too many family members that have relied on the American healthcare system because they were on all of the medications that were supposed to make them better, but in fact, it didn't do anything but make them worse, made them sicker. When my mom decided to go back to the hospital so she can get back on track with her medicine after she stopped taking it and she was fine. Only thing that was wrong was her sugar was high because she kept eating stuff she had no business eating. But all of her other problems started to disappear. And I don't know why the fuck she went back to the hospital. I was only 11, so I didn't have a say. And when she went back, guess what? One thing at a time started shutting down. One thing at a time started going. I had to pull the plug on my own mother at the age of 11. After I watched her sit there and take all of those medications that were prescribed by her doctor, and I watched them slowly kill her. So no, I refuse to let that happen to my baby. She is in good hands. CPS knows, the doctor knows, everybody knows that I took my baby off of Keppra and I did my own regimen and I did my research thoroughly before I did it. It's my baby. Can't nobody tell me what to do with my baby. Half of the things that are wrong with us, there are herbs literally that can cure everything that's wrong. But everybody's so brainwashed into believing that the American healthcare system is here to help us. There's only a few doctors that are really here to help us. Everybody else is in it for the money. And those medications are nothing but a profit. My kids are actually extremely healthy. They rarely get sick. We don't even have to go to the doctor. The only time I take them to the doctor is when they get hurt. Other than that, their immune systems are great. They don't catch anything. Even when I caught COVID when I was pregnant with my other baby, she had 12 toes. I was pregnant I caught COVID. None of my other kids caught it because I made sure that I built up their immune systems. No shots, none of that. So thank you for your opinion, but I don't need it. I know what I'm doing. I have the proper guidance. I also have the proper mentors that are from my roots, my homeland, not this American bullshit. So if it gave you anxiety, sorry, not sorry. I watched the American medicine kill too many of my loved ones, and I refuse for it to happen to my baby. So I'm putting a stop to that shit now. I seen for myself firsthand that that was not the way to go. In and out of the hospital, 3, 4 times a week? She was never going to have a life while they're poking and prodding, trying to figure out what's wrong with her, changing her medications. No, I did not give them a chance to actually change her medication because every time that I went ill, she's having more seizures. It's getting worse. What did they do? They upped the dosage. And when I said something about changing her medication, they mentioned more tests, more blood draws, more scans, putting her to sleep. My baby has had to get put down just to get a fucking scan. So no, thank you. I understand that you were coming from a pure place in your heart, but I thoroughly research before I do anything pertaining to my children. Because I'm pretty sure if my mother knew better, she would have did better. And she tried to, but she let the American healthcare system pull her back into their trap. And I fucking refuse for that to happen to me and mine. So thank you. Have a good day.